Okay, so this is part 2 of our Homeschool Conference Take Aways. We hope you enjoy them. Goal setting.
Yeah.
It seems simple, but I learned that when you're setting a goal, it's not to set something that they're not doing right now. So like, for instance, I used to think, okay, goal, well, they're lacking in, I don't know, writing an outline.
Yeah.
So that's the goal,
Well, like all last school year, our charter school wanted us to create these goals, right? Every month I'd be like, I have no idea, goal to set the table for dinner. I don't know.
They were telling us yesterday that to start to write good goals, you have to start with something they love. I mean, and they gave us steps on how to write goals, but the thing that stuck to me was, how about writing a goal that they love and that they're actually going to really enjoy accomplishing? And I was like, I had not thought about that. I'm always thinking of the negative.
Can we put a light bulb?
Yeah. Bing. Yeah, because then what you do is you're creating that habit in them, but with a positive perspective. And then when it comes to really setting a goal that they need to accomplish because they need to catch up or whatever, they'll be a lot more open to doing it.
So. Well, and kind of get the idea that you can't do all of it at once, but like steps to achieving your goal.
And that there's pleasure in that.
Right.
In achieving each step. So.
Tips from the writing session. That was really good. And it kind of, for me, reassured me and reinforced that you don't need a standalone grammar curriculum.
Yeah.
So I've gotten away from like a grammar curriculum for the last couple of years and just focused on reading good books, literature, and having the kids write. And then also Charlotte Mason, if you don't know Charlotte Mason, check out her prepared dictation. So that's been really good because you take sentences or paragraph from good literature and have the kids copy what good grammar and good, punctuation and spelling looks like and feels like. And that alone is teaching them.
And there's a lot of testimonies about how great copy work is in teaching writing. But I think you're right. If you're not teaching grammar in context, like through prepared dictation or through reading a passage or through copying a passage, it's not going to click.
Yeah, well, the studies are showing that when you learn grammar and spelling, really
isolated
as their own subject, there's no tie-in to what that looks like when you're writing or reading or composing for yourself.
Right. Same thing with even like reading comprehension and everything. So like, the more that we segregate subjects, the less they're going to understand how that applies to their life. You know what I mean?
Well, and the other thing about reading volumes of books, because that was something that I heard, I feel like several times yesterday, was volume, like get lots of books.
A lot of it, yeah.
And what I felt like before was that there'd be a small segment of a good book that we would look at and analyze or whatever. But when are we ever going to have time to actually read that book?
Yeah.
The classics and all that. So I'm so glad that I kind of got away with that. We started our co-op where we read lots of books, like a book a month.
Yeah.
So the kids are really digesting a lot of good literature. And the other thing on that was the collaborative writing.
Yeah. So consistency in the process of writing and the way that you can help keep that consistency. And by consistency, she was saying that you can do it collaboratively. So like the whole family, even her kindergartner, just at different levels. But she as a teacher, she actually writes with them. So if they're doing an essay on the American Revolution, she's researching, she's writing that outline as well with them, and then she's writing a paper. And it actually models and it teaches, and I think it inspires us too.
Well, and then everybody's involved in the brainstorming, right? Right. What you were saying?
Yeah.
Which does sound really good.
Yeah.
Because the kids don't know yet. They don't know until they know. how to do stuff like brainstorm
Right.
and create outlines and think outside of, the facts.
And it takes a lot of repetition. And one of the things that made me feel better was that she said it's okay to handhold them until they tell you, Mom, I got it. I have the editing. I'll do it. I'll
Yeah.
edit myself, or I'll write the outline myself.
Yeah,
I think
that's really good
important.
to hear.
Yeah.
Because for me, I felt like, am I going to be hand-holding you forever?
Right.
And I feel like I got impatient
Yeah, me too.
with the process of like helping them through trying to write different styles.
I've said, you're in 7th grade. You're in 6th grade. I've said that a lot of times to my daughter, and I'm like, I know, it's the worst. So I'm like, after yesterday, I was like, I cannot say that anymore. Like, why? That's like going back to like, you must be here. No, she is where she is, and
Right.
we're
And that
enjoying and we're
defeats
learning
the whole purpose of
homeschooling.
homeschooling and creating
Yeah.
a customized learning environment for our kids.
Yeah. And then we had another great session with Cynthia Tobias about the strong-willed child and how she herself was a strong-willed child.
And she's a strong-willed woman.
Yeah. She was hilarious. You need to check her out. And then she was saying how it's really not a bad thing. It's actually a gift to be strong-willed, but it just needs to be applied the right way in life.
Right.
Within, the boundaries of...
Really learning how to shepherd the strong-willed child and knowing that that's a gift from God, the way that they were created.
Right.
And she talks a lot about giving grace for who they are. But I thought her tips were really
They were so
excellent.
good. So tip number 1 was watch your tone, because they have no problem with authority. What they have a problem is how you say things. And I see that all the time with my son. If I am, from the moment I say even his name, Carlo, he's already feeling defeated. Like, he's like, why do you say my name like that?
But if you're a strong-willed child, you're like, hey,
Right. Well, now I don't want to do what you want me to
right,
do.
the rebellion like rises up
Yeah.
to say like, oh, you have a problem with me? Well, I got a problem with
Right,
you.
right, yeah. So the tone, to stay calm. She said, what she gave us the broken record technique. You can't do that because you have to go to sleep early. Blah, 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 blah. You can't do that because you have to go to sleep early. But Mom, you can't do that because you have to go to sleep early. Just keep it calm. And that's one parenting technique that I've learned for years all the time that I apply sometimes, but I get weak. But it's important to stay calm.
Yeah, but what was great to know was that whoever gets angry, right? If I can make you angry, I've got the control.
Right, I've won.
Yeah, so if you give up on the technique and just say, that's it, I've had it, then they won because they're like, oh, I can push your buttons.
Right. And you're not really getting anywhere.
Neither of you are getting anywhere,
It's not
so you
about-
haven't helped your child learn how to take no for an answer.
Right, yeah. Which is really the important part. The other thing was the humor, right? Those little, using humor to give them those graceful escapes. So like if they say something to you that's totally disrespectful, you don't
have to blow up and make a battle about every...
Right. But you're not going to allow it.
Right.
But so like the way to do it is be like, did I hear wrong? Did you say that right? But something, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, that's okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Give them that like opportunity in a humorous way without blowing up.
Yeah.
And then you're showing them this is not okay.
I've acknowledged that you just did that.
And it's not okay.
And it's not
But I'm going to
okay.
give you another chance.
Yeah.
Which is great. And then the ask questions, give less orders. That was a good one.
It really was. She gave the example of like the kids got stuff all over the dining room table and you ask them to clean it up and it's still there and it's about to be dinner. And I know I'm guilty of, hey, you guys did not clean up this stuff like I said, get in here. And like yelling at them to start cleaning up instead of her technique was,
You got done here?
oh, Mom, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And she said you will be amazed at how many spontaneous apologies you get.
And then they're using the okay at the end, too.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like, put your seatbelt on. No. Put your seatbelt on, okay? No. How come? Well, because it's too tight. Well, then, let's adjust it, and then you put your seatbelt on, okay?
Okay. The powerful okay.
Yeah.
Not the...
It's not a weak okay. Yeah, it's not a weak okay. It's not asking them. It's okay, but
Yeah.
but not angry okay.
Yeah, it's the firm, authoritative, okay?
Firm, calm.
So, you're going to subscribe to our channel, okay?
Okay. All right. Well, we're looking forward to sharing more tips and later on maybe giving you an update about how we apply this
these
to
things,
our
yeah.
homeschool. Let us know in the comments what you think, if this helped you, and anything else that you want to hear from us. And like our video and share it. Bye.
Bye.